microwing going on, trying to save the units that are low. There goes another one. 3 total stalkers alive now for the red team, while there's 5 for the blue toss player, and he is actually just going to end up falling back in the long run. So a big fight right there, big battle, but neither player really coming out on top after all of that. Instead, it just ended up pretty much even. So we do have the stalkers now, though, actually coming back in and now blinking back towards as he spawns more in. Look at the base, by the way. He now has 4 gateways up in total, and to see if there's any researching going on. Nope. Nothing around, anything too unusual going with that expansion. Very good expansion for his part. In terms of what he can look to do right here, I mean, at this point, I mean, he's just looking to take advantage of that blink from the looks of it. As far as other units, just going Phoenix and Stalkers, a very basic, just spawning the unit set build, but it's, it definitely worked for him last time around, and now he's playing aggressive once again. Oh, and the expansion attempt from the blue player, but unfortunately, it's not going to be too effective as the pylon's probably going to go down. No, they focus their attention now on the Stalker. Take the Stalker out immediately. You see him microwing, falling back after each auto attack, trying to get as much range as possible on the Zealots. Takes out 2 Zealots, loses a Stalker in the process as you see another Colossi coming into the battle, and that forces them to fall back. But again, they had that blink ability. Oh, they're thinking about going up here. There they go, jumping up into the base, gonna try to snipe this pylon from behind. The blue squad a little bit slow to react. They're now reacting, gets 1 pylon, going for 2. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen though. They're just gonna blink down out of the way, and back they go. So again, we've seen the power of that blink from the Stalkers. Just a lot of heavy harassment on this blue toss player. But he is just keeping on pumping out the units, and he has no interest whatsoever of going for a blink himself. Another blink in, and another pylon down. Now they're focusing on that 1 Stalker. Take out 1 Stalker. They lose 1 themselves, but again, they just blink on out. So keeping the unit count under control. Fortunately enough for the blue toss player, he's not over the unit count by any means, and as you can see, he's 62 out of 84, now 61 out of 74. That's actually another pylon goes down over here, and then he eventually loses the Nexus. I'm sure he canceled it, though. I doubt it actually was destroyed. Actually, you know what? That actually looks like it was destroyed. Excuse me. It was finished, and they just destroyed it. So that's unfortunately a loss of 400 gold right there. And you look at the income right now, has to be massively in favor of the red toss player, and indeed it is. They both have the same amount of harvesters at 28, but with the expansion really doing its thing for the red toss player, whereas the blue toss player just really struggling in that sense, and going for very, very heavy units such as those Colossi cost 300 minerals every single time you want to spawn them. Obviously, a lot of money involved right there. Again, the red toss player, he has a pylon now proxy over here, using that to spawn more and more Stalkers and continuing to use that blink ability. So again, a very basic strategy on his part, but it's working so effectively. That's why it works so effectively, especially on a map like this. And the blue toss player, he is just it's got to be frustrating with him dealing with those blinking Stalkers, as it always is in a PvP matchup. But I am just a little bit surprised that the blue toss player has not had any intention showing of going for blink Stalkers himself. But here he goes with the Colossi once again, doing quite a bit of damage. And that's the unfortunate thing about the blink. Sometimes it doesn't work always as planned, especially when you have so many units, and they get caught right there. He loses another one going towards the ram. Not sure what he was thinking. I guess he was going to try to ninja up onto the base, but unfortunately wasn't able to. Now he has sent 3 Stalkers alone up to the base as they have their blink up, going to harass this gateway or warp gate just a little bit. The Colossi coming on over. He needs to get those Stalkers out sooner than later, though, or they're going to be dropping. They drop down. The Phoenix come in. Oh, is he going to be able to back off in time? Yes, he is. So just applying a little bit of damage onto that 1 Colossi. But now here comes the 2nd Colossi. So the blue army is getting bigger and bigger. And as troublesome as it is for him to deal with this, that's good news for him at least. But he loses a warp gate right there. Again, continuing the harassment. Takes out another pylon and then blinks away. So you look at the Red's minerals. Red Toss player's mineral, 1,200 currently saved up. Now he's spending them. But the blue Toss's minerals, it's just definitely struggling. And now you see the unit count 66 out of 58. So he needs to get more pylons up sooner than later. And you also see him mining this minefield or this mineral field down here due to the fact that it's completely dry now, and him not able to get an effective expansion now. So these blink Stalkers really getting the job done. They're running into a fight right here. The red toss player looks like he had a mind lapse there for a second, was busy doing some microwing back at his base, and now he has to run the back. He has his blink up, not using it just yet though. And this last one was getting picked off, so he should be fine though. I don't think he necessarily needs to use it. We're saving it for a more valid opportunity. But the blue toss player may be looking to make a push himself here. He has 3 Colossi in total now. This can be a huge push. He's looking to wipe out this expansion. That Phoenix is going down, no problems whatsoever. Now the Nexus is being focused. The probes as well. They're going to start dropping right here, down to 30 harvesters. He's the red team, not the blue team. He's losing quite a bit. He's now down to 14 harvesters in total. In the meantime, though, the blink Stalkers doing harassment themselves at the bottom. So we're having a base exchange between the two teams. Obviously, the red toss player going for the main base, while the blue toss player was going for the the expansion base, however, now he's making his way in there. Oh, this is going to be a crazy finish right here. You need to destroy all the buildings to actually win the game, of course. We do have another red nexus going up just in case he loses that main base one, but the red toss player definitely has the advantage right here. He's going to clean up the base. The blue toss player is doing his thing. As you can see the message from there, he has not rebuilt this base, and so he is being revealed, but a couple more bases being taken out right here. He is building an assimilator over here to just barely stay alive. Elsewhere, I believe that is the only building on the map, so this assimilator is going to be the thing keeping this blue toss player alive. Oh man, this is just getting so interesting. You love to see games finish like this, especially with them being so entertaining so far. Here goes the red nexus, so he is going to lose his. Again, he has another one being built over here, which actually is finished. Only 155 minerals though, but he's got to get that probe working as soon as possible. Although at this point, obviously, it's just a matter of finding that last assimilator and getting and killing it. He is making his way over there. He takes out a pylon right here, and this it looks like it could be GG coming up for the blue toss player. Here's the last assimilator. I do not see any probes up whatsoever. So this assimilator is dropping slowly, though. He's not actually using all his units. A little bit shocking there. I guess, again, it's a mine lapse. Here we go. Finally starting to take it out. But look at this. Another pylon's being built, and it's going to be finishing. It doesn't need to finish, though, just as long as it's spawning. So that's not going to be the finish. He's lucky enough to barely get that pylon in time. Wow. I wonder if all the units were on the assimilator right there. This game could have possibly been over. But because of the lack of paying attention, it looked like from the red toss player, he was not able to get the kill. And this lonely pylon is the only thing keeping this blue toss player alive. And you see, he knows he needs to defend that with all his life, so he's going to do whatever possible. Again, we see some chatting going on. I have no clue whatsoever they are saying, but I'm sure it's some interesting stuff. You see the probe now getting some more minerals, and the nexus going out for the red toss player. As this is... Wow, this is really turning out to be one of the more exciting finishes. Again, I haven't personally watched an insane amount of videos compared to a lot of other commentators or a lot of players and whatnot, but this has to be one of the more entertaining finishes to a game here, as the red toss player just gathering his units. So he is choosing to play it safe for now, knowing that he has the base, whereas the blue toss player only has this one probe. Now building an assimilator on top of that, so just for safety measures, might as well spend those minerals. And hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another pylon up as well. He needs to keep this probe alive, though, as that probe dies, and that's obviously not going to be too good for him. He's building another... Nope, he cancels the assimilator. Nope, now he's building it again, so he's going to get another assimilator up. So, but look at, is this inside? It is inside. The red toss player, he knows that there's an assimilator there because of that pylon. And now we have a force fight coming in right here. Those Colossi take another one. Stalker got left behind due to the blink. Here's another Stalker going down due to the... And this is huge because in a situation like this where it's so... You just have so many units, you cannot spawn them. And he is going for the dive right here. He's going to go for the finish, trying to finish off this blue assimilator. He gets that one down. Now he's going to use the blink ability to go up the ramp here. He needs to take out this pylon and assimilator to win the game. He's losing a lot of units though in the process, but now he's doing that microwave, just moving while attacking. Now he needs to go for the assimilator. Oh, this is going to be an epic finish right here. Dropping the shields right there, trying to kill the assimilator. Now it's dropping low. The Colossi doing as much damage as possible, and the assimilator down to 114 life, and it's not going to die. The blue toss player is going to live with 114 life assimilator. He takes out the pylon right next to the base. You see a couple of stalkers trying to ninja in. Not going to happen. A gateway going up for the red toss player. But, oh man, he's in a lot of trouble now himself, getting so close. He went for an all or nothing right there. And unfortunately, a defense was put up, and barely surviving was the blue toss player, and now he's going to look to finish it himself. He knows that he needs to do that as soon as possible. He's leaving the stalkers next to the assimilator, and he's going to finish the red toss player with a couple of these Colossi right here. And this, wow, and there's a third one right here already attacking the gateway that's being built. The gateway, this is, I do not see any sign of, you see a stalker trying to come in right here, trying to ninja, but of course a very smart tactic right here with the blue player setting up that defense and leaving them behind, and that very likely could look to do it. There goes the gateway. The pylons are next. I'm looking, there's another pylon right here, of course. Looking at, he has only 70 minerals. He has another pylon down here, so he is still alive technically, but there's just absolutely nothing he can do. He has 0 units, and this is going to be over. So wow, talk about a finish to a StarCraft 2 match. That was pretty epic right there, but it looks like this blue toss player, again, this is only a public game, so it's just for I think it was a ladder game for that matter, just for the hell of it, just for fun. But wow, just talk about a finish to a StarCraft 2 game. It can't really get much better than this. So, yeah, definitely smart play by the blue toss player in the end there, saving his assimilator, putting the defense up, making sure no one was going to be able to get to it. You see him using the observer as well. But there's some talking going on. But yeah, now that his bases are revealed, he's easily going to be taken out, and this is going to be wrapping up here. So. Again, very, 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 very entertaining game. A lot of fun. The stalkers were working for the blink stalkers, excuse me, were working really well for the red toss player and causing a lot of harassment issues. But he needed to finish it sooner than later. I mean, he was doing his best. He prevented the expansion from happening, which was great. He caused a lot of harassment on those pylons and in the base in general. But what it came down to was eventually the blue toss player. He held out just long enough, got the 3 Colossi up in the end, and was able to do enough to make the comeback and actually secure his victory. So you got to give him a lot of credit for perseverance as well. And here goes the last pylon. That is officially going to do it. And the blue toss player is going to take the victory here. So congrats to Mr. SiegeTrain defeating Chita with the victory. And wow, great finish. A lot of fun to cast this, and hopefully you had fun watching it. So thanks for tuning in, though. Once again, I was breakycpk, your shoutcasting host. I'm new to the waters of casting SC2, so I'm just getting into it, having fun with it. By no means do I consider myself crazy knowledge. Again, like I said, if you're expecting that, you're not tuning into for the right reasons. I'm just here to provide some entertainment and hopefully some fun casts to listen to. So thanks for tuning in, though, and stay tuned to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/breakycpk. That's where I'm uploading all my VODs from StarCraft 2 casting. So stay tuned for much more coverage. But for now, I am out. Later.